I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me me in my face, stay in your place, play your position, become my intuition, go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it, here comes respect, his crew's your crew, or they might be next, look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them, I mean loyalty, niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in wasting taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'ma slow a tigers on my shirt. And alligators, you wanna see the inside, I see you later. They come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Bam, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Become my intuition, go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect, his crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them. I mean loyalty, niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith and Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, I corner my layer while we out here. Say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker.
My camera's blurry for no reason. Okay. That's just wonderful. Aha, okay, there we are. Now you guys can see me. Alrighty, man. Alrighty, well, what is going on, everybody? How the hell is everybody doing? Thank you guys for being here, as always, man. Crazy, crazy week of professional wrestling, man. We got JB in the comments. We got my pops. What's up? And we got our girl Belle. How the hell is it going? How the hell are you guys, man? Yes, it has been a crazy week, man. Sir K was just saying it, but it seems like every day I wake up to a rageful Tony Khan tweet. You know, actually, Belle, now that I'm reading your comment, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. Like it was funny when he was first doing it.
Yeah.
But as it goes on and he's like taking shots at like John Cena and The Undertaker, like,
bro, just shut the fuck up.
Like,
he took the L. Bounce back, bro.
Exactly. Like Tony. Like, and here's the thing. Not only do we say all the time how, like, ratings is just, like, a super outdated system to go by. Logan also happens to be here as well. He says, how the hell are you, my man?
Man?
It's like, dude, we say all the time that the ratings are usually not something to really go by, but we know that's what they look at. That's their stat, right? So, okay. You lost in the ratings. It's okay. But you know what I hear genuinely across the Wrestleverse, across the wrestling community? I'm genuinely hearing that people enjoyed both shows. Yeah. So what does it fucking matter?
And that's the best part. That episode of Dynamite was good. It was a good episode of Dynamite. Nothing was really wrong with it at all. It just didn't beat NXT. That's all it didn't do, and that's okay. It's literally, they had John Cena and The Undertaker. Boo-hoo. You lost. Take the L and write a better show. Put down the phone, pick up the pen, and all your problems will go away.
Exactly. And he's been doing okay. Like, he's been trending upwards, you know? Like, dude, we were literally just talking about how proud we are of AEW for announcing a Full Gear main event and getting billed to this show and that show, our Full Gear. Like, we've been praising them for, you know, what they've done. They got the title off of that fucking reckless man, Ray Phoenix. It's going okay. It's going okay, man. It's going okay. And exactly, Bell. I think it was like 1.5 million or something like that were watching wrestling on
That's beautiful.
on Tuesday night, and that's a great thing. Um, I don't know. I don't know I don't know how necessary it is to really, I mean, you're coming off like a fan. You're coming off like a mark, you know. Um
IWC mark confirmed.
yes, Tony Khan IWC mark confirmed, absolutely. Cuz I don't know, man, as the time, like, again, the vague kind of tweets, the bald asshole, like, okay, it's funny, right? Here's a message
Funny.
for them. But as you're going on, like, poking fun at, like, Undertaker and John Cena for being on a show under 1 million viewers, like, are we fucking for real right now? Like, what the fuck did those guys do to you? I mean, seriously.
I could say that about Edge being on a show under 1 million viewers too. It's
Hey,
like, dude, come
seriously.
on.
Seriously. It's like,
Just let it go.
seriously, man. It's like, it's okay. It is okay. Not to mention, why are you so mad about the shit when you are fucking not even on your normally programmed night?
Half of regular AEW fans probably didn't even know that shit, because half of the fans probably don't got Twitter. I ain't fucking checking that shit. And fucking AEW do their horrible advertisement system. They didn't probably tell people at all that it was going to be on Tuesdays unless you are on Twitter. Half of their viewers were probably like, okay, I guess there's no Dynamite tonight. I guess it was moved to yesterday. Didn't know. You didn't think that was the thing? Like, bruh, it's
Like,
on what you took me out.
sure, like, I could see if you were a little upset, if NXT came onto your night, which actually
Yeah.
there's a little bit of rumors on that. If NXT came back to your night and blew you out of the water, I could see them invading your space, but you invaded their space. The ratings didn't go in your favor. It's okay. Again, who gives a flying fuck about ratings? All that matters is you put on a decent show. You put on a really good Dynamite show. 1.5 something million people were watching wrestling that night, and that's all that matters. But instead, and I was hearing rumors that the talent are embarrassed by their
I would
boss,
be.
going out and acting like that on social media. It's like, I completely agree. I completely agree with Bell in that sense. Like, it was funny on Monday and a little bit, um, as the week went on. But I mean, now, like, Jesus Christ, dude, let the shit go. It is okay. We will be just fine. But
And you know how they 100% are embarrassed? Usually, when Tony kind of goes on his little rants, a couple of the guys and girls on the roster would throw shade in there with him. No wrestler has done that yet. That's the best part. They
none.
haven't joined in. That's how you know they're embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a little unnecessary. It's a little unnecessary, man. Um yeah, and then his one tweet today, when business became personal, when he was his mother was in a recovery for, I think she had a stroke or something, and he was in the hospital with her, and he found out that WWE was tampering. Like, did that just so happen to be around the time Triple H took creative control, or did they? How do you know that they know that his mother was in recovery? I mean, you don't really
And
know that for sure. I mean, maybe William Regal went back and told Triple H, "Hey, he's why don't you tamper right now?" I mean, we don't know the odds of that, but I mean, it's like, do you really know that for a fact? It's like, I don't know, it just seems a little unnecessary, man.
like, do you think they think that, oh yeah, it's fucking oh, his mother's not doing so great. Let's go fucking contract Tampa. No, it's Triple H. He was doing it anyway. He was doing it for months before that.
Literally.
We all know he was. It was a literal fact that he was doing it for months before that. Come
I
on.
need somebody
It's
to ask
window.
him that in a media scrum. So were you contract tampering or like with like
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's so funny because the WWE media scrums kill me because the fans will either ask the dumbest question in the world
Yeah.
and they get pissed, or they ask the realest question in the world and then they get pissed. You have to ask the most in-between question in the
Yeah.
world. It's
What'd you think
hilarious.
about the show tonight, Paul?
Oh,
I thought it
what do you think?
sucked. What do you think he's gonna fucking say? Like what come on.
Uh,
Then
so
again,
far.
the reason that's probably never been asked is because they probably tell them before, do not ask a fucking single question about AEW. If you mention anything about AEW, you will never be invited back.
Oh, dude, I would take the fucking risk, dude. Yeah, man, I'll probably fucking never be invited back. So, what do you think about this contract tampering situation? What's up with this contract tampering?
Oh man. So who did you contract tamper with exactly? Do you think they gave Ricky Starks a tag team titles so he doesn't lure into your
Or no,
contract tampering? Is that what's going on here?
exactly. Did AEW contract tamper with Adam Copeland because they 100% did?
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure they
he,
did.
he debuted on the day his contract went up. Come on, bro. You know they contract tampered. But, like, the thing is, who fucking cares, dude? It's business. People are gonna do it. Just do it right back. It's that simple.
The day his contract expired, his wife already recorded an intro. You think you know him.
Like,
He already had shirt designs made. He already, they didn't make all that shit in a day. I guarantee you they got the nod like a couple weeks before, like, yeah, he's coming in, you know?
what he's doing, he's going into the arena, going into his office, signing that contract, and then going out there. That is what is going on.
He literally
And then
probably had to buy his plane ticket while he was still under WWE contract, technically.
oh yeah, you know he did. Like, come on, bro. Contract game, it's gonna happen. Just embrace it. Just embrace. They go low, you go lower, man. That's the life I live by.
It's perfect. It's literally like, is it a bad thing? Sure, but it happens in the NBA, it happens in the NFL, it happens in wrestling. It's a fucking thing. And yes, I agree, Logan. He should care about them contract tampering, but at the end of the day, do the shit right fucking back to him. Like what?
Exactly. Fuck 'em. I'd be texting, hey, Seth, man, you wanna? I don't know. You think Punk's gonna come in and take your spot? That sucks. You should come over here. Hey, we
Well,
ain't nobody taking
I
this.
don't know about all that. At that point,
Shit,
you're
that's what I'd
teasing
be.
that motherfucker. I don't know. That might get. Well, hold on. Just
Hey,
fucking with the
Cody,
guy.
hey, Cody, are you really gonna finish that story, man?
Oh my fucking god, bro!
They've been giving me some vibes, man. I don't know. If they don't
Uh,
finish your story, you go finish it over here. Come on, bro.
I
Oh, that
genuinely
was so
want to
good.
know what people texted that man after WrestleMania.
I would love to see that man's phone. It's just in his locker. You just hear the notification fucking sound just going nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess um I mean like same thing. I mean it does happen through well, I guess not really through third party, but fucking um yeah, I guess Triple H was doing that shit himself, but I mean, come on. You can't fucking tell me Christian wasn't a fucking mediator between Edge and I mean, at the end of the day, it's fucking tampering is tampering, bro. Like either way, you're trying to fucking lure somebody to your company. I don't give a fuck who's doing the shit. Fucking
Yeah, exactly.
if Christian's doing it, if Tony Khan's doing it, again, either way, even if Christian was getting a hold of Edge, Christian wasn't the one recording the intro to his song. What about all the AEW designers that fucking were designing Adam Copeland merch before?
I was gonna say those people were probably messaged and commissioned to make his merch while he was under contract for WWE. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, can
Come on.
you blah 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 make some Titantron designs? Edge is coming in. Fucking or not to out her, but the lady at Pro Wrestling Tees a couple days before Malachi Black came in. What did she tell us? They got the nod like a week in advance. And technically he was still under WWE contract then to start making his merchandise. Like it fucking is what it is. Now, Triple H was wilding like a motherfucker, I can't lie, for messaging people. I definitely would have went through like William Regal or somebody, which is also wild because Regal was fucking under contract with AEW at the time. But you know,
just texting Malachi Black, no singles matches, huh? Question mark.
that man was wilding, bro. I can't lie. He was wilding like a motherfucker. But, oh yeah, Jeff Hardy as well.
Yeah.
Jeff's the same thing. You don't it's like, again, it's like, sure, you can have Matt say like, hey, why don't you come to AEW? I think AEW would be the place for you. But you know how much steps that has to go through? You have to get his travel. Like, honestly, like AEW has to put this man on their travel log with the rest of the talent. Okay, now we gotta, send travel for another guy. We gotta send travel for Jeff. You know what I mean? We gotta get Jeff Hardy merchandise out there. So let's make merchandise with his likeness while he's still under WWE contract. So, I mean, it fucking is what it is, bro. It's like, it's gonna happen. But again, Triple H was wilding for not going through a third party. That man was literally, from the sounds of it, bro was just sending texts out himself. Fucking, hey Keith. Now, if I was some of those guys, I would have absolutely fucking lured right into the tamper because, good Lord.
I would have texted right back.
Oh my God. Bobby Fish did and ended up biting him in the ass. But if I was somebody that was actually world champion material, I would have fucking went right back in because Jesus Christ, dude, what are you doing with these people? But anyways, so yeah, that's Tony Khan, bro. Tony Khan, man. This dude. Please stop. Again, put down the phone and pick up the pen. Keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be just fine. You don't have to compete with these guys. It's like, he gets very butthurt when Triple H gets creative control. Like, I remember when Triple H first got creative control, he was very snarky about the shows that were being put on and how people were, it's almost saying that they were better than AEW pay-per-views because they were. But, and here we are again, and, Triple H is getting creative control again, and he's upset again. So, I don't fucking know, man. It is what it is. But, regardless, so, with that, I guess we could hop into the intro before we get started on the FastLane brief review. So with that, man, what is going on, everybody? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, and this is episode 183 of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday we are on here with Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here with the news at 4 p.m. Central. This week, doing it an hour early, but normally 4 p.m. Central. And with that, man, if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of the news, are we starting to see more Triple H influence on WWE television? This is amidst the story that Endeavor is letting that man cook, seeing what he can cook, and I fucking love it.
Doesn't, but
oh, he hates it, bald asshole. But if you guys did miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms, man. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Notorious Unscripted. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, You guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video. You can find all 8 of these beautiful designs, plus more, available on there for you guys, man. You got the Chicago flag design, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Big E-inspired design, the base logo, the best kept secret to the IWC, the Riddler-inspired design, the NHP, the Notorious World Order design. You have it in 3 versions, the Chicago flag, the classic black and white, and the Wolfpack red. All 3 of those beautiful designs. The Grand Slam baseball logo inspired design, the scratch logo, the only community that matters. And as for our newest piece of merch, step into the other side with us for this Halloween season. The Notorious Heels podcast, the other side design, the skull Halloween inspired design, man. Yes. This is also available for you guys. So this is available as well as the rest of them, and a bunch more designs are available on the merch shop for you guys, man. And that again is Anchor. Anchor. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video as to where you can find all of our beautiful, beautiful merch. The best in the community, may I add. Also, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man, Sergey here. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling, man. Just been chilling. Yeah, been pretty good. Just waiting, get these Survivor Series tickets soon.
Yes. Very soon.
I can't wait, man. Very soon. Maybe, possibly, even tonight. You never know. See how it's looking, but I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Other than that, man, I've been chilling, man. I've been chilling. Like Durante always asks, what's up, man? How's life? How's the family? Life's good, man. The family's good. What about you? What about everybody in chat? JD, Bell, Logan, everybody. How are all you guys doing? What about you, bro? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. As Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. And what about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, JB, Rich, Pops? How the hell is everybody doing? And thank you guys for all being here. And even some of you guys on the Replay Mafia, man. So, man, I'm good. But listen. Did you listen to the new Beartooth album?
Oh, fuck, I didn't.
It is out today, and it is a fucking banger.
Let's go.
It is a banger.
Check it out.
Yes, I am forever will be attached to their music. And I always get super excited, as does Sergey, when they drop. And man, The Surface, another classic, bro. Another classic. I don't know if it beats Disease for me. I don't know if that's not saying anything about The Surface. That's just a testament to how good Disease was. Because, God, I just love that album. But it is a very good album. So if you guys are into Beartooth, just a friendly reminder, they dropped their 5th album today, and it is fucking great. It is great, man. It really is. It is so good. Honestly, most of their banger songs on the album we already heard. They, released them before the album release, but there's a song on there called I think it's called I Was Alive, or I Am Alive or something. I Was Alive. Okay, I thought right. There's a song on there called I Was Alive. Dude, that is such a good fucking song, man. It is such a good song. But other than that, just getting over all the concrete that was blown in my face earlier this week, and I've had a fucking I've had a clogged throat since then. So yeah, don't let anybody blow concrete into your face.
Damn.
So yeah, just a fair reminder. But other than that,
been playing on it.
I know I did not at all. Other than that, Beartooth is a band. They are, so if you're in, if you're into rock music, please check them out. They used to do a couple of they did a couple old NXT Takeover theme sons. That's
how we discovered them.
That is how we discovered them. Hated was, I don't know if you guys remember, maybe you guys don't remember the Takeover theme song, but if you remember the video package for Takeover Toronto for DIY versus Revival, that song in that video package, in that promo, was a Beartooth song. So, yes. So good, bro. Easily my favorite band of all time. So,
oh yeah.
But yeah, so the album is a banger, just so you guys know. And I'm going to appeal to my audience of one here, that being Logan, because he's the only one I'm aware is a huge figure nerd like me. They released the images for Elite 106, and the fucking Jimmy Uso head scan is fixed. He does not have bangs anymore, and it is a wonderful thing to see. It is so wonderful. It was a very happy day yesterday. Very happy.
Hell yeah.
So, other than that, yeah, that's what I got going on. And yeah, just hoping to close on these Survivor Series tickets very, very soon. Just waiting on a couple things. So, yeah, man. Alrighty, FastLane. Full throttle, high octane. Okay. That ad was the greatest ad for a fucking pay-per-view I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay. So. Okay. Alrighty, man. So, FastLane. Let's talk about FastLane, man. So, the first match on the card. This was a 5-match card. Notice how last week we had like 15 matches to talk about on Wrestle Dream.
And now we got nice crisp 5.
Yeah, 5 matches.
Simple.
So, FastLane was a decent show. I probably missed like the first 5 minutes of it because I was coming back from my family reunion that was last Saturday, which was a blast. So that was another thing going on as well, which is super dope. But so I missed like 5 minutes of it, pretty much like entrances and the beginning sequence of the match. So I got to miss Jey Uso doing this and Cody Rhodes wooing. So I got to miss that. So no sweat off my back. So the show opened up with the tag team title match, starting it off hot. I seen somebody complaining on Twitter. Or no, I think it was on TikTok, that they call Jey Uso main event Jey Uso, but they put him in the open. That was a complaint. Sir, he cannot just be in every fucking main event because that is his nickname. So you just want to slap him in the main event on every show because they call... That's not the term. The term is a main eventer, not that he's main eventing.
He's the main attraction of the show. That doesn't always have to be the main event.
God,
it really doesn't.
The shit people come up with. Yeah, exactly, Bill. Speaking of the takeover formula, we're back to 5 matches with Triple H on a pay-per-view.
I like it.
Interesting. We've usually been trending towards 6. So we're back to 5, which is 5 is the sweet spot. I love 5. Especially because WWE does do B pay-per-views. You know, they do B-level shows. It's okay to have 5 because you could just put the talent that doesn't get featured on the big shows on the B-level shows, and it'll be okay. And they can get this. They can get a spot, but more importantly, they can get time. And you'll notice a common theme, speaking of time, throughout this whole card, except for one match. But so The tag title match, man, this was a very enjoyable match. I like this match a lot. I literally said it last Friday. I could see WWE spontaneously. I thought it was going to be Judgment Day, but I did say I could see WWE spontaneously putting the tag team championships on Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. And as they put the titles on them, it does make sense because these are two guys that they are going to want to float, and now they can float. So exactly. It makes sense. It makes sense, and I get it. So, definitely Mania was one I was okay. Like 7 matches on each night, I think is good for Mania because you get 14 matches, but you get them over 2 nights, so it's not too much to inhale in one night. So, yeet. I just also want to point out how we were saying yeet in our friend group when the Bloodline was saying yeet last year with Sami Zayn, and now it's cool.
Look at that. Trendsetters, man. We're always right.
Dude, we were saying that shit ever since that fucking promo where, oh my God, I think it was, somebody was yelling at Sami, and he goes, yeah. Yeet. Shit. We were saying it in our friend group ever since then. Okay? Just wanna point that out.
Now it's popular again.
You know, I digress. So Yeet. So outside interferences start to get involved, and JD McDonough goes to smack Cody with the briefcase. Cody moves. He smacks Damian Priest in the leg. Cody jumps on the table, gives him a crossroads on the table. And this would lead to them getting back in the ring. Or Cody getting back in the ring. And they would do a 1D. But instead of a regular cutter, it was a Cody cutter to Finn Balor, and that would secure them the victory in what was a very hot open. It was a very hot open, and this one went 20 minutes and 40 seconds. And it was a hot open. The crowd loved it. They were super into it, and it was really good, man. I enjoyed this tag team match. It was a great open, and we got Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso as the undisputed tag team champions. The first time in Jey Uso's career with somebody other than Jimmy.
Exactly, man. Shit's crazy. I didn't expect that, man, but I love it, dude. After what we got on Raw, on NXT, man, and that fucking media scrum, I love this goddamn group. I love this pairing.
Yes, they are the Usi cut. I like that. I like that. The Usi cutter. Pretty cool.
Usi cutter. I like it. I dig it.
But yeah, man. So, oh God, yeah. I seen you guys were talking about it a little bit. When we were talking about Tony Khan, but yes, these two on the media scrum, absolutely fucking hilarious. Fucking Jay, you feel me? And then fucking Cody, do you feel him, sir? Absolutely hilarious. Watching Cody Rhodes is usually very professional, and he's usually very like professional, and he is a funny guy, but unintentionally. But it's funny to see him intentionally try to be funny. Like it's very, very funny.
Right to the old BG Cody, man. And I love it, man. I love when that man gets unprofessional because he's fucking hilarious.
Yes, he really is. Yeah, this was hilarious. They had fucking Triple H sitting down saying yeet. Killed me when he fucking sat down and said that. And these guys really saved the media scrum, because I swear to God, when that fucking guy asked about Taylor Swift, I was just sitting there like, who the fuck do they let into these media scrums, bro? Honestly.
Oh, yeah. I swear to God, dude, that shit. I was like, oh, good Lord. And then they saved it.
Yeah. Oh, or bro, I already knew that. I already knew Jay was gonna be on one when he walked on the stage and started like strutting back and forth with the tag titles. I was like, this fucking guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, that media scrum was fucking hilarious. You see, we can have a like my boy Man Ray says, bro. Fucking, what's going on, by the way? Fucking,
What's up,
see,
man?
we can have a media scrum that is remembered for the right reasons, right?
Exactly. That it was like Brawl Out was hilarious. It was,
It
but
was
it wasn't good. It wasn't a good thing that happened. But this is awesome, and it's also
dangerously entertaining,
hilarious. Exactly.
dangerously for the
Like
company,
literally, like threateningly in your
detrimentally
intro.
hilarious.
But this is genuinely just genuine fun. You love to see it.
It is. It is. And I just love seeing Triple H get that spot. I love seeing him at the forefront of like wanting to do the like I love seeing his ideas. Like I know it's not I know he's not the first person to ever do it, but like this kind of shit is taboo to WWE. Like doing media scrums and like having like this kind of heavy interaction and like having him sit in a hot seat and get asked questions. Like it's nice to see. It's nice to see, man.
Seeing a genuine side of this company is really nice again. It really is.
Absolutely. And there's always the dark side, like Triple H hopping into people's DMs. But anyways, so so yeah, man, this is a super enjoyable opener, and I really enjoyed it, and it was a great way to start the show, man. So the next match, the LWO versus the Street Business. They took out Joaquin Wilde before the I think on the SmackDown before. So this was advertised as Rey and Santos and a mystery partner versus the Street Business. Man. So we wrestle like damn near half the match, and the LWO still doesn't have a partner. And in the middle of the match, Carlito's music hits, and he comes out, does his spots, hits Montez Ford with a backstabber, and he was and they won. I was hearing rumors, when it was, rumored that it was going to be Carlito in that spot. Also another coincidence with Triple H being taken over. Look at how long it took Vince McMahon to find a spot for Carlito. And it would still be going on. Meanwhile, Triple H found a spot for Carlito like that.
Exactly. Just instant. The most obvious spot in the world that Vince McMahon couldn't see.
Okay. Absolutely, they need to start screening for who they let in these things. Asking about Taylor Swift was fucking one of the absolute dumbest questions. That was the dumbest media scrum question I've ever heard. Do you want to face Taylor Swift at WrestleMania? If you would have seen the look on those three ladies' faces, Damage Control's faces, they were just looking like... everybody laughed because it was fucking laughable. What the fuck is that question?
I'd have kicked him out right there and then. The fuck out of here.
Seriously. So the Street Business loses, and man, I can appreciate the story, and I really think the reason that the Street Profits aren't clicking, and I will say, if this was a part of the plan for these guys to like have the same theme song and like not click with Bobby Lashley, they've done a fantastic job, because it's to the point where I was getting pissed off with them saying like, yo, I want to see these guys do a full 180, like turn the shit around. Like I don't want to see their old theme song and this weird, ugly green gear they've been wearing. This shit was ugly. I don't want to see it. If that was a part of the plan, They've done I don't know if it was or not, but if it was, they've done a fantastic job with telling the story of getting these guys to turn around, because Bobby wants them to turn around, and he's been telling them, if you guys don't want to do it, I'll just find somebody else that can, and they want to do it. They're in the process of just digging down deep to do it.
Exactly.
And you know, with the rumors of them wanting to add Odyssey Jones to the faction, he could be a guy that I could, you know, maybe see them flipping the switch with, and him kind of being somebody to, turn the tides and turn the culture in the group. I think that would be fantastic. I don't know where that leaves Carmelo and Trick, but I think Odyssey Jones would be a pretty good, a guy for that group. But anyways, so the Street Business lost, and I really didn't expect that to happen at all. I really thought they were going to pick up the victory, and then they were going to turn on Ray, which is what I thought that would have been the best outcome. But I can appreciate story, and I'm going to let this play out.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I think now Triple H is actually going to go somewhere. So, let's hope it does, man. I'm intrigued to see.
Seriously, man. So this match lasted 10 minutes, and Carlito and the LWO pick up the victory, man. Yes, Bell. Triple H coming on and telling them not to ask me about Taylor Swift. Lets you know all that you need to know about exactly what he thought of that fucking question. And I know it's probably in the same ballpark of what everybody else thought. So,
yeah.
So the next match was a triple threat match. Oh my God. I would honestly go with, ooh, that's rough.
Probably Sami Zayn's theme. A shitty attire I can deal with, but a shitty theme song I can't.
Fair enough. Dude, I almost lost my shit on Monday. I'm so glad that was just an accident, because I almost lost it. So Asuka versus Io versus Charlotte for the women's championship. This match, from what I remember, was pretty enjoyable. It wasn't anything too crazy from what I remember, but it was still very, very, very enjoyable seeing seeing Asuka and Io in the same ring. It always is, man. And then Charlotte being there as well. I believe this ended with a figure eight, and then Io interrupted it with a moonsault and got the retaining victory, man. So Io won this match in 17 minutes and 20 seconds. In what was a pretty enjoyable match, from what I remember.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Good to see, man. Good to see, and they made the right decision.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So, yeah, that was that. And John Cena and LA Knight versus the Bloodline. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. This is another one. Crowd was super into it. They're super hot for LA Knight, super hot for John Cena, as always, man. And this one was very enjoyable. I liked it. It was pretty decent for what it was, man. And they ended up Cena and LA Knight ended up grabbing the victory by pinning Jimmy. So I really think what's going to happen is when Roman comes back tonight, he's going to have a problem with Jimmy wanting back into the group after Roman left, and then on top of that, costing them a match. I don't think he's going to be very fond of that, and I am very, very excited to see where this all goes.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It was a fun match, and can't wait to see how it turns out tonight on SmackDown.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, yeah, this one, just like the last one, went 17 minutes and 20 seconds. And that was that, man. So, as for the main event, the last match, Oh my fucking god, am I glad this feud is over. The last man standing match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins. Yeah, definitely. I would definitely say it was either Cena and LA Knight versus the Bloodline or the opener tag match I liked a lot. Now I'll tell you what I didn't really enjoy. It was this match. Dude, Nakamura, the way that, I don't know who produced this match, but the way this match was produced, it was to make Shinsuke Nakamura look like the biggest blithering idiot on planet Earth. This man did so much targeted. Like, don't get me wrong, in the match, he looked smart. He was going after Seth's back. He had this man calculated to a fucking T. He was throwing him off of the stands onto concrete, a mattress. He had this man scouted. Like I said, throwing him off of the stands, Kinshasa-ing him, getting him on top of a ladder, spraying mist in his face, throwing him back first onto the fucking announce table. He had this man scouted. He had this man absolutely fucking scouted. And they're fighting in the crowd for a little longer. Seth gives him a Falcon Arrow onto two tables, and he stays down for the count of 10. Fucking idiot. He looks like a fucking moron. Shinsuke Nakamura looks so bad. This almost reminds me of his last man standing match with AJ Styles when he's leaning on the announce table. He's telling AJ, come here. And he fucking phenomenal forearms him and finishes him off. So you knew he was going to hit you with the phenomenal forearm and you just let it happen. You knew it enough to tell him, come at me. And you didn't move. You just let him phenomenal forearm you and beat you.
It's crazy, man. It's what I expected. I expected him to lose. I didn't think it'd be that bad, but...
yeah. I knew he was going to lose, as he should have, but boy, you didn't do him any favors, bro.
It really didn't, man. And at this point, who fucking cares, bro? It's Wash Namora. It is what it is, man. But the match itself was really cool until the end, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, wanting Seth to lose. I don't know about all that. I don't think it's a case of like him not cutting it as champion. For me, it's really just a case of being in a feud with Nakamura. I would have gave more of a fuck if you did a Seth versus Ricochet feud, because at least Ricochet they've been, kind of using, you know what I mean? So it would have been a little more interesting.
And the thing with Ricochet, which I could have took more seriously, is Ricochet never had a world title feud that lasted months that he's lost, incredibly sadly. And they just did the same repeat with Nakamura and made him doing a big world title feud and lost. So they just couldn't take the man seriously.
I really couldn't. I mean, you guys know from the moment this feud started, I just wasn't interested to see Shinsuke versus Seth. I don't think this progresses anything for Seth's reign. I don't think this makes his championship look any more prestigious. Through his feud with Finn Balor, I think it added a lot of prestige, but I'm not saying it lost prestige. I'm just saying it didn't gain any, through this feud. But the feud with Finn, I mean, Finn was fixated on that fucking title. Like, it looked good. The title looked great. The title does look good now. I'm just saying it didn't add any prestige. And through the way WWE's treated Nakamura, there's not a fucking person on this planet that can tell me I should feel a different way. There's just not.
No.
And same goes to you. Because I know you feel, I know you're in the same boat. There's nobody on this fucking planet that I think, or that can tell me that I should feel a different way about Nakamura based off of how WWE's treated him. And heel Nakamura, never been up my alley. Never.
Not my thing. It's really not my thing. So it's like, just don't care for heel Nakamura. Never did.
And at this point, for example, if they would have did Seth as the heel and Shinsuke as a babyface, I don't know if I would have cared then.
No. Probably not.
The ship
Maybe
has
a little
sailed.
more.
Maybe definitely a little more, but like the ship has sailed. Okay, you had your chance in 2017. The guy was hot as fuck. You could add. I don't know if he would have been the first Japanese WWE champion. I don't know if there's ever been one, but he could have been in a short list of names at that of a Japanese WWE champion, and you didn't do it.
You didn't do it at all. You failed the first time, you can't come back and do it the second.
Seriously, and this is WWE 101. Well, we're giving you Nakamura now, and now you don't like it. Yeah, it's because the ship sailed 7 years ago.
Exactly. You failed. He failed. He's gonna do it again.
He looked like absolute shit. Seth Rollins was beat to a pulp multiple times in this match. And he kept getting up. Nakamura loses to a simple Falcon Arrow through 2 tables. Not to mention the countless times he dropped Seth on his back multiple times during this match from heights. Come on. Now, I will say the feud with Seth and Drew trending in the right direction. That's something I love to see. Drew McIntyre is one of the most interesting parts about Monday Night Raw. So yeah. So that was that, and that was FastLane. Overall, an enjoyable show. I like the main event match. I mean, it wasn't a bad. I'm not saying it was a bad match, but God, by the end of it, did Nakamura just look like a fucking moron? He looked like an absolute moron.
He really did.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. So, yeah. So that's everything for FastLane, man. And now on to the news. Ladies and gentlemen. We got a bunch of news here today for you guys. Man. I guess we can go ahead and start with CM Punk. Let's go ahead and start with good old Chicago. Since we're on the topic of... Yeah, I guess since we're on the topic of WWE, we'll actually start you guys with Triple H. All this Triple H news.
That is true. That's better.
Okay. All right, we'll save Chicago Phil for last. Because there's a lot of things that go very hand in hand with this whole scenario.
Oh, Philly Phil.
Oh, Rich, bro. That's the one thing I'm waiting for Mania season, dude. When we get Gunther and Seth to cross paths, that's where it's at. That's why I would like to see Seth stay world champion, because Seth and Walter, shit is going to bang.
There it is.
Triple H, man. Triple H. Okay. So it has been confirmed. This was via Monday. From Monday, via PW Insider. There is now a belief within the company that Vince McMahon is no longer in control of creative decisions, and Triple H has been knighted the creative control 99.9% of the way. First of all, I love how they leave that little decimal in there. a little 0.1%. So, but dude, Triple H has been knighted by Endeavor, Creative Control. To be honest, man, I think this is so they can, I think they want to see what this man can do. Because I think they know you got to be an idiot to not know. You got to be an idiot to not know that when Triple H is cooking, your product is top tier. When Vince McMahon takes control, the product just so happens to take a dip. Should look at it that way. So This is nothing but good news. We talked about it a little bit on Monday, but I said it on Monday. Normally, I would come on here and say something like, I'll believe it when I see it. But to be honest, we're kind of seeing it. We've kind of been seeing it. Johnny Gargano, all of a sudden, out the woodworks, comes back to television. He comes back to television. By the grace of God, he comes back to TV. What a shocker. What a coincidence, right? Then we see Bronson Reed getting pushed on television. Remember over the summer when Vince was basically back in creative, when we weren't seeing Bronson Reed at all?
Hero fucking showing of him.
Seriously, and he was just losing to Nakamura and all these guys. He was just losing for no fucking good reason. Remember that? Yeah, I fucking do. Well,
oh yeah.
And then you start to hear things like big plans for Karrion Kross. You think that's a coincidence? You want to know why Karrion Kross wasn't being used? You want to know why he was used in a losing feud to AJ Styles? Because Vince McMahon had fucking say over this kind of shit. I don't know, man.
Interesting, man. It really is.
It really, really is, bro. It really is. It really is. And, based off a Karrion Kross story that we have today, it looks like Triple H had something different in mind for him for WrestleMania, other than Bobby Lashley. Why do you think that got changed?
Triple H is like, oh, wait, I got a way better idea. And wish we could have seen it, man. That would have been awesome.
It would have been. It's no kidding, bro. But yeah, dude. I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, this is this is only good. I just wish, So as another thing, saw more women on television. I don't give a fuck how anybody wants to criticize people's booking. Nobody on this planet can tell me there is anybody better at booking women's wrestling than fucking Triple H. There's nobody can tell me differently. Nobody.
I mean, I'll never forget that NXT run of women's champions, man. Goat after goat.
Yes, Asuka, Shayna, Rhea, Kyrie, bro.
Shit was heat, dog. Shit was peak.
It was, bro. It really fucking was. Vince came along, and all of a sudden we get Charlotte Flair as NXT Women's Champion. So that, goes to show. Goes to show the difference of booking mindsets. New stars and Charlotte Flair. This is only good for the company, but what I will say is I can hope and pray that it can stay this way, because WWE is so fucking good. I have had a just resurgence of love for WWE over the past year and a half because of this man. I was watching this product, bored, reveling in what I am. Like how I watch Dynamite nowadays. Bored.
Exactly. Bored, reveling in the past.
Yes, and I've had a complete... Dude, before Triple H took over, It had been almost 3 years since I bought a piece of WWE merchandise.
Literally, dude. It is insane how I think there was it had to be like a year and a half straight. I didn't open the shop. Didn't even peek at it.
Seriously, bro. Well, I guess
Unless,
more like a year, because I guess if you count
yeah,
Wyatt merch. But when Wyatt got released, I didn't buy anything. Not one
hell
thing.
no. I'm peeking at nothing.
Triple H took over. Now look at me. You guys see me. I got my Bray Wyatt Moth shirt. I got my Bray Wyatt Uncle Howdy Revel in What You Are shirt. I got a fucking honorary use. I got the fucking Wheel Ones. Bunch of WWE shirts in the fucking Rolodex nowadays, bro. It wasn't like that. It wasn't fucking like that always, man. And that's because of Triple H, and you can thank fucking Triple H for that. You can thank Triple H for all your records you set over the past year. Highest grossing WrestleMania. Did it again, and the show didn't even happen. The show's this April 2024. Highest grossing. Come on.
Come on, bro.
It's not even sold out yet, and it's the highest grossing WrestleMania. What the fuck? What are we doing? I mean, man's just, yes, it's been fun. It's been fun, man. It really has.
It's actually fun to watch the product, man.
Triple H is just the fucking GOAT. And one thing that could indicate that this could be staying, Ari Emanuel says Vince McMahon was one of the main reasons TKO stock had dropped. He knows it.
He fucking knows. He knows, dude. And I hope he does the biggest DIY heel turn on them. Ari Emanuel needs to go and hug Vince McMahon and tell him, go fuck yourself. And give Triple H that company, man, because he knows. That proves to us that he knows that this man is not what's best for business.
And the scary thing, too, we know Triple H is best for business. This man has been assembling a team in NXT. Take notes, people. He has a team that's just as good as he is, that can run this company for the next 20 fucking years until he gets senile and fucking somebody else fucking takes over.
Has to slowly take over a span of a couple years and slowly weed them out. But up until then, it'll be fucking great.
Oh, yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, dude, he has a team of people that are training people. I mean, look at what Triple H was doing. This man was training Samoa Joe to be a part of his team. A guy that's youthful. You know what I mean? A guy that's 10 years behind Triple H that can extend the length of Triple H's team and their use. He's training, this man is training, people as we go on. This man has assembled a team of Avengers to fucking run the WWE. And it's been happening for years. And Ari Emanuel, if he didn't know before, it seems like he's catching on really fucking quickly. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
Exactly, man. Exactly. He's catching on, and I think it's gonna stick, man. I hope so. This is great news.
Absolutely, man. So during Bloomberg's Screen Time conference, TKO Group Holdings CEO Ari Emanuel said that Vince McMahon was a reason that the TKO stock dropped. When he was asked, he said, "Probably Vince in our deal. Probably Vince in our deal wanted to be able to put at any point in time his stock. He's 78 years old. He's been at this for decades and decades. Those 3 back-to-back issues." He fucking knows.
He knows.
And I'm so glad he does. Because with Vince being his boy, I was so worried that he was going to have rose-colored glasses, if you will.
And he just didn't care. He's going to be making money anyway. That's all I cared. But he wants to make the maximum money. That's what I like. He'll
Yes.
fit that in Triple H.
And that is with Triple H in the driver's seat. You're absolutely correct. And I'm glad that we are trending towards this. And like I said, you guys think it's a coincidence? All of a sudden, we have big plans for Karrion Kross. All of a sudden, we want to bring DIY back. All of a sudden this, all of a sudden that. All of a sudden, Raw doesn't feel like a chore for the past 2 weeks. See where we're getting?
Look what happens when you don't make your show a chore to watch. It's fun. You want to watch it every week. Look at that.
Absolutely. Let's talk about more Triple H effects. Not only has Carlito been assigned to SmackDown, Dragon Lee has been called up to the main roster. If you look on his WWE.com profile page, he is listed as a SmackDown superstar.
Get that. That goes nuts. I like the sound of that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. How about Odyssey Jones joining the street business? You think that's just coincidence? Or do you think that's Triple H wanting to use a guy who's been sat dormant for fucking months since April or May or whenever the hell they did their draft? I think it was the beginning of May. Sat dormant since then.
Like we literally haven't heard a word. Triple H comes back and we're hearing words. Bro.
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's so blatantly obvious who has the working brain here. It really is. Now, I will say, I would have... You are right, Logan. Dragon Lee is nice, but I definitely would agree it's not needed more than Ilya, Tyler Bate, and Carmelo Hayes. No, but it is nice. And if you wanted to put him in the LWO, maybe make him the new leader of the LWO. Maybe put him in there when, if you want to put Carlito in the group. Hey, do your damage. But I'll tell you what, bro. Seeing call-ups again is nice. It's very nice and refreshing. It makes me feel like these guys aren't in NXT for absolutely nothing.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
So yeah, man. Would you look at this? Another thing we're miraculously hearing about. Jey Uso's equivalent trade to SmackDown will be revealed on SmackDown tonight. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I genuinely think Vince was just gonna not mention the other trade.
I don't think he would have.
I don't think he... It would have been the most random bullshit ever. Oh, fucking... some random member of this random faction got moved over to join them. It'll be the most random garbage ever. Like he did with the fucking SmackDown hacker. Fucking Ali just mentioned, oh yeah, by the way, I was the one. That was the main part of SmackDown storyline for months. Yeah, that was just me, bro. I was just joshing. Yeah.
Seriously. Or fucking Eric Rowan, what's in the cage? And it was a fucking mechanical furry spider. The fuck? It's gonna be one of those Vince McMahon reveals.
Did you hear the original plan for that? It was gonna be a little person in the cage.
Yes, it was gonna. Yeah, I remember hearing him talk about that.
Yeah.
Man. This is great. This is a great question by Belle. And yes, you can ask us any question you want. We know you're the GOAT. So she says, biggest Triple H effect. You guys have been talking about going to Survivor Series because when was the last time you guys were willing to go to a WWE show?
Willing?
If you don't mind me asking. Oh, holy. Well, I genuinely couldn't even tell you from 2019 to 2022 when they came to Chicago because I was not. I could tell you about Hell in a Cell 2022 because that was just a Cody Peck show, so I remember that was in Chicago. But like from 2019, to 2022, even though I knew Hell in a Cell was in Chicago, did not cross my mind once of getting tickets.
No, I didn't even think. I remember we looked at them as a joke, but never actually ever even thought about buying them.
Yeah. Usually any Chicago show, I'll just look at the tickets to kind of see the ballpark, even if I have no aspirations of going. That's just a thing I do, I guess. Usually I like to get ticket prices in mind just for like the next time they come here, or like when I'm actually trying to go, I at least like getting a ballpark range of what I'm looking for. But 2019 Survivor Series, we were contemplating getting nosebleeds just to see The Fiend. But what deterred us away was the fact that we would be seeing The Fiend in red lighting, so we would not get to see him at all. And that's why we didn't go.
Exactly.
And those nosebleed seats were in the ballpark range of $300 to $350. And there was once we seen the price, that mixed with the fact that we weren't going to be able to see The Fiend anyway because he was in red fucking lighting, we knew that, it was not going to happen. But this year, had the All Out tickets not have been freebies, we wouldn't have went to All Out because we were going to skip All Out and go to Survivor Series. And we're still going to Survivor Series. It's just certain ticket prices need to fluctuate and sway in our favor. So yeah, but we're definitely getting the Survivor Series tickets, and it's a wild fucking thing. It's a wild thing.
Right.
So the last time I was willing to go to a WWE show, like excited, like no matter what, like absolutely down to go to a WWE show, was 11 years ago in 2012. So just
Main roster show. Main roster. NXT doesn't count. Last time was NXT War Games in Chicago.
Yes. Yeah, but the last time we've been to a NXT show was NXT War Games the night before Survivor Series. NXT TakeOver War Games. So, yeah, that was that. Yeah. But that's a great question, and it's been a long fucking time, if that answers your question. So, yeah. Another Triple H effect. Boy, was I happy to talk about this one. According to PW Insider, Nick Aldis will make his on-screen debut, and he will be an authority figure going forward.
Look at that. I saw that.
Dude. So, when Nick Aldis got hired, he was to be a producer. Okay? All of a sudden, Triple H gets creative control, and he wants him to be an on-screen authority figure. And I wouldn't be shocked if this snowballed into him having a match.
Oh, it will. It will 100% will. That's Triple H playing right there. Oh man, he's just gonna be a producer, man. He knew what he was doing the whole time.
He was just going to be a producer in this company. And all of a sudden, Triple H comes back, and look at that. An on-screen role just like that.
Wow.
How's that taste, Eric Young? He got his creative control back, and now look at you, teaming with Scott D'Amore. I don't know, man. It is just it is the Triple H effect.
Good
Lord.
It's in full effect.
Speaking of War Games.
Hey.
War Games. As of this week, War Games has been planned for Survivor Series on November 25th. It will be a part of the men's match. It will be a part of the, with it being heavily implied, the Judgment Day will be a part of the men's match per Fightful. I will say, genuinely, if they do a women's War Games, I have no fucking idea what.
That is going to be the most thrown together War Games ever for the women. What could it be?
I genuinely think they'll have to skip it because there's absolutely no multi-women combat. You know what? Maybe like a band of people who hate Nia Jax versus like Nia Jax and a bunch of heels, maybe. Which Nia Jax in a War Games cage, please, I would absolutely not want to participate in that match.
Those medical professionals need to have access to their ring at all times. You can't put her in a match like that.
Seriously, bro. Seriously. So yeah, War Games is returning for Survivor Series, and I am so pumped for it. I am so pumped for War Games, man. It's gonna be heat, bro.
Oh, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
Yes, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty heat, man. It's gonna be pretty heat. Karrion Kross and Bray Wyatt, man. So Karrion Kross, via the Chris Van Vliet podcast, revealed that he was supposed to work with Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 39. He said the two sat up for hours talking about ideas and how they wanted it to come off creatively. And that Alexa Bliss, Bo Dallas, and Scarlett were supposed to be involved as well.
Damn. My life. Damn. This would have been awesome, man. Truly would have been phenomenal.
Seriously, man. This really sucks. This really sucks, bro. I feel like maybe this would have been to get Kross and Scarlett in the Wyatt 6. Man, this would have been so good. It was so upsetting to see Karrion Kross talk about this because he started to get emotional when he was talking about it, because like he would always say how like he said Bray was like a Jedi. Like he said, like whenever they would give him shitty ideas, Bray would like pinpoint what he was thinking in his mind, because Bray's been through so many fucking horrible experiences himself. And he was talking about how he was like a Jedi and he like knew what he was thinking. It was it sucks, man. It sucks, dude.
Yeah, man, I wish we could have got this, man. I really wish we could have. It sounded amazing.
Absolutely. He also, without even realizing it, gave away that Bo Dallas was Uncle Howdy.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, easily right then and there.
But, you know, I mean, it's kind of the blatantly obvious at this point. I guess 2K gave it away before he did, naming that Uncle Howdy has been an NXT champion. I wonder who that can be. Monday Night Raw. There's a lot of rumors floating around with this whole ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
So, there are rumors floating around that WWE would move Monday Night Raw from their usual broadcasting day of Mondays. WrestleVotes has provided an update that on the matter, saying WWE's parent company Endeavor is definitely open to the idea of moving the broadcast to Mondays. However, there is a lot of people who want Raw to continue how it is. Only time will tell on what decision is made. But CEO Ari Emanuel revealed during Bloomberg's Screen Time conference that WWE is open to Monday Night Raw moving nights once their TV deal is up next year. WWE has already announced that SmackDown will be moving back to the USA Network next year, with Raw and NXT expected to leave the channel. I'm also hearing a lot of rumors that NXT will move back to Wednesdays. I've been hearing that. And especially after all this Tony Khan stuff, now they're really going to want to stick it to him and move NXT back to Wednesdays. And also, on top of that, you have a rumor that Raw is open to either Tuesdays or Thursdays, which sounds like absolute shit. And there is a heavy rumor as well that SmackDown will be moving back to Tuesdays as well.
Imagine SmackDown being before Raw. That is a crime. Definitely, man. I do not like the idea of Raw moving from Mondays. That sounds horrid. But I could definitely see them putting NXT back on Wednesdays, man. Tony Khan will have a fucking meltdown. But it's weird, dude. I've never seen them so open to moving shit around like that. And, I always knock on the Tony Khan traditions because they could be very annoying. But there are certain traditions they just don't mess with, and that's Raw being on Mondays, man. Just don't mess with it.
It's literally been on Mondays since they started broadcasting it in 92 or 93.
Like, just keep it on Mondays, man. It's really not that hard.
I actually would be very open to see SmackDown going back to Tuesdays.
I would like that, dude. I'd actually really like that.
Like, after Mania, you got the Raw after Mania, and then you jump right into the Raw after SmackDown, and you don't have to wait a whole fucking week to, like, see the fallout. I actually like that shit a lot, to be honest. I love SmackDown on Tuesdays. And I've seen a couple people on social media bringing this up. It's very cost efficient for their production crew, because their production crew, you don't have to fly in on Sundays to work the show on Monday, and then they have to fly back home on Tuesday just to fly back in on Thursday for the show on Friday, just to fly back home on Saturday, just to fly back out on fucking Sunday for Raw,
It's be the perfect system, man. You just do it straight up, one after the other, and it gets it out the way, man. I like that.
Yeah, SmackDown on Tuesdays was SmackDown Live, the best era of SmackDown, at least in our generation. Definitely. Hey man, those people got lives too. The production team got lives too. And you know how cheap WWE is. They're not gonna hire two production teams.
I was gonna say, with a company that cares so much about cutting costs, they'll fucking do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the best route. I would like to see SmackDown return to Tuesdays. I like Tuesday SmackDown. I don't mind it at all. Thursday was okay. Honestly, Thursday was one of those days I didn't like. I like Tuesday or Friday.
Yeah, Thursday's a weird ass day.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Thursday night SmackDown. Friday night SmackDown's cool, and Tuesday night SmackDown I like a lot. Yes, as long as SmackDown stays live and doesn't go on a Thursday, and as long as they keep exclusive people on the brands, because I'm telling you, ratings will dip like a motherfucker if it's just a floating show, because they're not going to put Roman on there, they're not going to put anybody of any meaning on there. They're literally just going to do how SmackDown used to be, and it was just a recap of Monday pretty much.
No, exactly, man. As long as it stays live, it's good.
Yeah. Live and not on a fucking Thursday, because I just hate.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Thursday SmackDown, but I would love to see Tuesday, absolutely. All right, man. On to some AEW news. Speaking of scheduling, let's talk about AEW's pay-per-view schedule. That's right. AEW So according to PW Insider, they noted that in-demand sources have told them that AEW has locked in a new pay-per-view event for December 30th. Really? New Year's? Is this the show? Is this just the show that Dolph Ziggler can debut at?
Yes.
So, it gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
It's on Saturday too.
Hold on. This is gonna be the show that, no, you know what? It will be the show Dolph Ziggler debuts on. This is going to be their big hook for the bidding war of 2024. Does he stay or does he go? If he loses the title, that's why they're fucking doing it.
Yep.
I just thought about that. That
is true. That is true. Which could make it interesting.
It will. That will be the whole hook for the show. That will make the show.
Yeah.
Okay, smartass. I know New Year's is not December 30th. It's close to New Year's.
Weekend, though.
Close enough.
But this motherfucker Tony Khan is holiday weekend.
You know how hard it is to get those off work? Holiday weekends? Those are horrible.
I want to choke his ass out, bro. Go fuck. I want to contract him for just to get him mad.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna DM fucking Malachi Black, bro. Tell him I can get his job back with Triple H.
I might have to. Dude, he does this shit all the time, bro. Labor Day weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Now you want to do fucking New Year's weekend? Like, what the fuck, man? What are we doing?
Literally.
That's okay, Logan. That's why we love you. But what the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. Fucking New Year's weekend, bro. Like, come on, man. You know how hard it's gonna be to get that shit off?
I probably ain't getting it off. Fuck that shit.
Probably not.
I ain't get off. I ain't do it for Wrestle Dream.
Honestly, though, if they use the hook of MJF, what will MJF do? I might have to bite the bullet on that one, to be honest, because that might be that's something I'm genuinely interested in. So I don't know, man. But so yeah, man. So anyways, so PW Insider noted to sources have told them that AEW have locked in a pay-per-view for December 30th. It was not noted what this event will be called. Sources has confirmed AEW is locked in a Saturday 12:30, December 30th, for a potential pay-per-view date.
God.
If this show is in like Long Island or anywhere in like New York, this is absolutely they're gonna use MJF as the hook for the show.
Oh, 100%.
And that's something I'm genuinely interested in, but can you do it in like the middle of fucking December, for Christ's sake?
I wish.
I mean, that's kind of hard to get off too, because when you fucking work retail, they spaz out over Christmas, like the store's like packed as fuck, and it's the exact opposite. So I don't know.
I don't know, man.
So yeah, that's the news on AEW doing a I got it. This year, since January 1st falls on a Monday, we're gonna do unscripted day one.
Hey, I like it. I'm digging it.
It's just gonna be heat. So yeah, man. So yeah, that is the news on AEW doing a pay-per-view in December. And aside from MJF being the hook, of the show, that will also, without a question, be the show that Dolph Ziggler debuts at. No question.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
Jack Perry.
This dude.
According to Mike Johnson on PW Insider Elite Audio, Jack Perry's indefinite suspension status has quietly changed. The belief is that he is no longer suspended, but they are waiting for the right time to bring him back. After speaking with some people, the belief of those who I've spoken to is that he is no longer on an indefinite suspension and that the company is in no rush to bring him back. The belief amongst the people, the belief amongst the people I have spoken to is that he is no longer, is that the longer he is away, the longer it makes the distance between himself and the incident with CM Punk. He also had wrapped up the angle with Hook, so there is no rush to bring him back.
Crazy, man. Dude, it's gonna be hilarious when he comes back. Cause no matter how long he's away for, the second he comes back, the fans will fucking chant CM Punk. That's what the people are gonna tweet about. You're just gonna just face it, just truck through the CM Punk shit when he comes back, and just do something with him. It's not that hard.
Seriously, man. See, this kind of scenario is where I feel like we could have avoided all this if you would have kept him as a babyface. Because if he was a babyface, I don't really think people would be so eager to jump down his throat. Because Jack Perry likes to entice the fans, right? He's going to call the fans a piece of shit. He's going to do all this stuff. They're going to get mad. They're going to retaliate. And they're going to fucking chant CM Punk at him. If you would have brought back Happy-Go-Lucky Jungle Boy, I think you would have lessened the chant of doing this. Which is, I know you didn't know this was going to happen. But this is another reason why the heel turn was very premature. And you should have built it up like a big deal. Similar to how they're doing Drew McIntyre. But what the fuck do I know? Let's just do everything at a whim because we don't fucking give a fuck. So yeah, that's how I feel.
Definitely, man. Definitely. No matter what, it's gonna happen. You're gonna get the CM Punk chance. You should have brought him back while it was still relevant. So you could have just got it out the way when it eventually just went away anyway. Now it's gonna get brought up. So missed your shot.
Exactly. Look at what happened in the debut episode of Collision. It's almost like we got to relive Brawl Out all over again.
It really did, man. It really did.
So yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know. I feel if he was, if he was a babyface, we already know he didn't start the shit. So I feel like people would have empathized with him a little bit more. But as a heel, that's going to be the fans' comeback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be by default the fans come back, and it is what it is at this point. Yeah,
exactly.
So, for the final story of today's episode of the news, we have CM Punk.
Biggest lie of a story I've ever read.
What do you mean, man? I disagree.
Rejected. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude. This is by Dave Meltzer. WWE has turned down CM Punk's return to the company. Dave also mentioned that it is a Nick, Vince, and Triple H decision to turn him down as the negatives outweigh the positives. The decision can always change, but it was brought up that there is no such thing as no forever when it comes to WWE, but it's a no for now. So before we get into how this could very well be bullshit, I will say, if this story is coming out now, I appreciate that they're nipping this in the bud before they get fans' Survivor Series expectations up.
If it is true, thank God they're mentioning it, because then that just gets it out the way. Like, yeah, he ain't coming. Don't get hyped for it. It ain't happening.
And guess what?
It's real.
If he doesn't come, then they told you. And if he does, then that's a moment. That's a moment in itself.
I like that, because You're telling fans, he ain't coming here. We don't want that trouble. And if he does come, that's gonna be insane.
Exactly. And to be 100% honest, these fucking this shit, dude. I mean, look it. Punk, the only people that are gonna know anyways is Vince, Ari, Nick, Triple H, and CM Punk, and probably AJ, or like Bell says, Larry, probably Larry as well, like Bell says. But regardless, those are gonna be the only people that fucking know anyway. Maybe Paul Heyman, because Punk is so close with Paul. Yeah, maybe that's why Tony's sending out all these pissed off tweets. Maybe he's upset that they got their hands on Chicago Phil, but it's always going to be, it's always going to be on the table with WWE. It's always going to be on the table. That's one thing I love about WWE. There's only a handful. If there's a handful of guys, if you are blackballed forever by WWE, you must have did something really fucked up, because WWE blackballs people all the time, but they eventually come back around, right? They eventually come back around and they do business, again, unless
Hulk Hogan, they could bring back anybody.
Seriously.
Man, he was racist to a point.
He was racist to a point and still got brought back. He's one of the ones that I genuinely don't know I would have brought back, because he offers nothing. But WWE brought him back. So that just goes to show, I guess, what, I mean, dude, you already have enough legends. You have legends that are cooler than him. You have Stone Cold. You got The Rock. And those guys aren't racist to a point. Anyways, I digress. But different fucking story for a different day. But I mean, I get Hogan's a legend and this and that, but anyways, that's my opinion. Whatever. So CM Punk is not CM Punk is not blackballed forever, and I will say this. First of all, I like that what they're doing. I like that they're shutting this shit down, because if it doesn't happen, then they gave you a heads up, and if it does, then we get a great surprise for Survivor Series, and it'll be awesome. But I seen somebody call Meltzer out for this, and it's so true. I seen this on social media. Somebody said, "This is coming from the same guy who said that WWE and Bray Wyatt weren't close to working out a deal the same night they aired the first White Rabbit campaign."
Exactly. People in WWE really don't like the guy, so they just speak him wrong shit all the time.
Exactly. And again, nobody fucking knew about Bray Wyatt's return until we started fucking seeing puppets and Firefly Funhouse shit. There was rumors, sure, there's always going to be rumors, but like there was no like we got for Carlito last week. Carlito set to be at FastLane. There was nothing like that for Bray. Bray set to be at Extreme Rules. There will be nothing like that for Punk. You will not see CM Punk set for Survivor Series. No, it'll be CM Punk is maybe rumored or slated to be at Survivor Series, but it's never going to be confirmed. It will never be confirmed. And hey, I'm not getting my hopes up about it. I wanted to go to Survivor Series before CM Punk was fucking, released from AEW. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But it's not, it's not completely out of the picture. And I call bullshit, because the only people that'll know are Dave Meltzer won't know. I'll tell you that.
It's fucking Meltzer. What do you guys think? Like you said, we were going to Survivor Series anyway. As long as I get to throw up the ones and do the cool Jey Uso wave thing, that's all I care about, man.
Seriously. Seriously. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know, man, but I don't know. Hearing Punk was turned down by WWE, I fail to come to grips with the fact that they said no to CM Punk. They know, especially all the shit that Tony Khan said, they're going to want to stick it to the man. They're going to want to stick it to the man, and they will absolutely invite CM Punk back into the company with open arms. And if I don't get a fucking Ultimate Edition CM Punk, then I'm going to the fucking media scrum.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Literally, so many other moments we could also do with or without a CM Punk return, man. Either way, I'm excited, and either way, I like that they're doing this. Either it makes the actual return even more surprising and cool, or they let us know that Bro ain't coming in. And either or, I'm okay with, man. And can't wait anyway.
Seriously, bro. Seriously. Absolutely. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense why they would turn him down. I mean, it doesn't make no sense, but like, especially, I don't know. It's just, we know how WWE is. We know how WWE is. They're gonna keep that door open because they know it's money, and what do they love? Money. And CM Punk under Triple H booking, I'm just fucking saying, we could be in store for some banger shit.
Dude, I could see some crazy ass shit.
Exactly.
Seeing him sitting next to Triple H at a media scrum is gonna kill me. That's if they put him on one of those things. They might not.
Triple H may have the dog collar around him for that. He may. Yeah. Speaking of Mr. Dog Collar match, CM Punk, Triple H may keep the dog collar around him, but the chain's not going to be 20 foot. It's going to be like 2 feet. He's going to keep him on a chain, and he's not going to have him on a retractable chain like Mr. Tony Khan. No. He's going to have that man on a tight fucking leash.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So either or, I'm excited, and I can't wait to see how it goes.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So we'll just have to wait and see, but I refuse to believe that CM Punk is denied, rejected by WWE. I mean, they do say at least for now, which I could see that being a possibility, but I don't know. Again, the only people that will know about it are a very few.
Exactly, man. A select few, and who knows who their fucking random ass sources are.
Seriously, bro. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode of news and the FastLane review. And with that, man, thank you guys for coming on an hour early with us and hanging out with us. So, you know how it is. We love you guys, man. So yes, again, thank you guys for coming on an hour early. We appreciate you guys, man. And it's been a blast as always. So with that is, you know what? Another thing, if it's true and they did reject him, his little talks with the locker room, something had to have went wrong for them to reject him.
Oh yeah, dude. He probably almost fought somebody.
Oh God. Yo,
Bro,
Seth, you want to fucking fight? What?
Yo, Seth, you got a problem with me? Come talk to me. Just yelling it over the fucking arena.
And if it was a shoot, I could see Phil being very upset with the fact that Seth called him a cancer. And he told him to stay away from him forever.
Oh, yeah, that'll be... If that is shoot, oh, man, that's going to evolve into some tweets, man. I can't wait.
Because I could see Punk saying, and he kind of, may have a point here, but I could see Punk saying, well, why do I have to apologize to him when he's the one who called me a cancer? Which he has a point. He has a point. Exactly. But I could see WWE looking at that and saying, okay, well, you don't want to be the one to mend to initiate the fence mending. Okay, well, it's a no for now then.
Exactly, man. I could see that too.
Absolutely. I could absolutely see that. So yeah, man. So, yeah, that was the one thing I almost forgot to mention. So, thank you, Bell, for reminding me about that. So, because I just looked at your comment. But anyways, yeah, man, so thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming on here. Different from the scheduled time, but you guys are always here. You guys are always show up. So that's why we love you guys so very much. And it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is gonna do it for this edition of the news and episode 183 of the news and the FastLane review, man. So thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Monday with Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for the strap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out.